Welcome to the Castle. Luke Creasy here alongside you for a second night in a row. This time bringing you Cabell Midland and Woodrow Wilson, the regular season finale for both squads. Cabell Midland has been tough all year, sitting at 11-9 heading into the regular season finale. And a scrappy Woodrow Wilson team coming in to this contest tonight. Head coach Corey Woomer has the Knights ready to go, and it should be a good one before these teams head off into regional tournament play. The Knights have had some heroics. If you look back just last week on senior night, Samuel Phillips, one of the seniors on this club, hit a 3 as time expired to lift the Knights to a senior night victory, and what a scene that was. He was carried out of the gym, and they raced around the concourse and came back in, and the celebration ensued. What a great moment there for Cabell Midland and this program, who has slowly been rebuilding and are primed to make some noise in the regional tournament. Woodrow Wilson has Beckley written in script across the jersey. That's where they're from. They are trying to spoil the regular season finale for the Knights tonight. We're just a couple minutes away. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, all the action right here on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
At Food Fair, you can count on our local delis to have fresh and delicious options always available, like our best-in-town fried chicken. Stop by one of our convenient locations to get this weekly deli special while you're at it. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
Cabell County Schools has a zero-tolerance policy for bullying, harassment, and intimidation. We're excited to provide the Stop It mobile app for our students. Stop It has 2 powerful features. Students may report incidents or talk directly to school officials. Cabell County students have the power to end harmful and inappropriate online or physical bullying. You can download the app from Apple or Google Play. Together, we can create a safer, kinder school community.
Trey, you've got to get it together.
No matter where you are in life, Mount West Community and Technical College, it's a step toward your future.
Trey, welcome to Mount West.
We provide the hands-on support you need with classes that fit your life.
Nice job, Trey.
At Mount West, we know you by name.
Trey Matthews.
Because here, you're more than just a number. Mount West Community and Technical College, because you matter here.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Welcome back to Cabell Midland. Just minutes away from action here as both teams line up on the court, getting ready for the national anthem, the regular season finale for both of these clubs, Woodrow Wilson and Cabell Midland, coming up next here on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
The national anthem has been sung. The coaches are ready for this one. Both of them out as starting lineups getting announced. We'll start with Woodrow Wilson, starting with the big man, Isaiah Jones. Gage Burdett behind him. Kingston Clark. Followed by Jaden Robinson and Preston Clary. It's Gage Burdett, Preston Clary, Kingston Clark, Jaden Robinson, and Isaiah Jones. And as we turn our attention to, we won't. Well, I guess we will. We'll look at it right now. Video board presentation for Cabell Midland. And as is customary for them before home games, a nice addition. They installed that board a couple of years ago and have made good use of it. Glad to have you along for the ride tonight as Woodrow Wilson travels to Cabell Midland for the regular season finale in boys basketball. The regional tournament play coming up for both of these squads here not too long from now. Midland, we talked about them a little bit last night as Huntington took a tough loss to Chapmanville. They will match up for a chance to go to the state tournament. The Knights have had their fair share of lumps over the last couple of years, but really done well for themselves here in the 2025-26 season, sitting at 11-9 overall and looking to get win number 12, and they certainly have the talent to do it. Led by the likes of Samuel Phillips. You'll see him in the starting lineup tonight. Corey Woomer has some years under his belt now. And we'll take a look at the starting lineups for Cabell Midland. Starting off with Aiden Spence. No surprise there. Aiden Ray will be in the lineup as well. Eli Thompson, as well as Marshall Summers. There's Samuel Phillips, the senior, as promised in the lineup. Samuel Phillips, Aiden Ray, Marshall Summers, Eli Thompson, and Aiden Spence in the lineup for the Knights tonight. Woomer getting one last word in there at the bottom left of your screen as we get ready to put a bow on the regular season and head into postseason play. Woomer knows this Woodrow Wilson team is a tough one. Midland has played some tough teams this year and come out for the better. Woodrow Wilson, its last time out back on Saturday, took a big loss to Martinsburg, 70-48 after traveling to the Eastern Panhandle. Cabell Midland last played a win over Spring Valley. Princeton. That was back on Friday, 12-9. And Cabell Midland wins the opening tip-off. We are underway here from the Castle. Good look at Spence working over in the corner. Open three for Thompson, and he knocks it down. How about that for a start from Eli Thompson? First possession cashed in. Now here comes Woodrow the other way. That's Clary at the top of the key, driving in. Now dishes off to Burdett. Good defense there from Summers. And he has to hand the ball off. Here's a three-pointer from Burdett. No good. Summers comes down with the board. Up the floor is Spence to the hoop. Contact and a foul. It's a two-pointer for Eli Thompson to open that. Couldn't quite tell from this broadcast location how close his foot was to the line there. In any case, it's Aiden Spence at the line. Misses the first. He'll have one more opportunity after the shooting foul goes against Burdett. And he cashes in there. He splits from the free throw line. It's a three-point lead, a minute in. Here's Robinson to Jones. No good. Summers comes down with his second board already. Cabell Midland quickly working up the floor. Phillips, three, too strong. And Jones comes down with the rebound. Burdett showing off the moves to the rack. Got it. Woodrow Wilson's on the board. Here's a three-pointer from Summers, too strong. Thompson comes down with the rebound. Phillips thought about it. Now back out to Thompson. Kept 1 foot on the ground there to avoid the travel. And now we're cross court. Back to Sam Phillips in a 1-point ball game. And to Thompson, too high. Jones comes away with it, and Burdett's going to race up the floor. Runs into some traffic. Phillips comes away with it, and Thompson's going to have an easy lay-in, and he gets it. Eli Thompson, a quick 5 points. He's the only one that's made a bucket so far for Cabell Midland. 5-2 the score. Here's Robinson. A little bit of an elbow there, but no call. Air ball coming from him. Rebounded by Thompson. Midland now back the other way. Summers to the rack. Got it. Strong drive there and another takeaway for the Knights. Spence, no. Ray with the follow. That forces Woodrow Wilson into a timeout. 3 minutes and change into this one. It's 9-2 Cabell Midland. They extend it to a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Hot start for the Knights here in the regular season finale here on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Kindred Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football. Presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
Tell you what, I'm digging the music choice here tonight. Cult of Personality playing over, and honestly, that got Bruno Mars out of my head for just a moment. As Aiden Spence takes it out of the hands of Woodrow Wilson. Here's Summers, and one! Not what the Eagles wanted out of the timeout. A turnover and a quick bucket for Cabell Midland, and that's going to prompt a sub. In comes Lucas Rainey, and Robinson will take a seat. As Summers goes to the line, trying to convert the and one opportunity, and he misses it. Still a 9-point lead for the Knights. Have 4 apiece from Marshall Summers and Eli Thompson early. There's another almost takeaway, would have been. Here's Jones to the rim, had a wide open look at it and sinks it. Isaiah Jones gets just the second made field goal of the night for the Eagles. That trims the lead to 7. Here's Spence, cross court, now a little bit of around the world. Summers back to the drive. He is stuffed by Isaiah Jones, and there's going to be another foul called there. That goes against Isaiah Jones. It's going to be his first and the team's third, and puts Summers back at the line. Missed his first attempt of the night. That was on the last trip down the floor. And he gets this one. One more on the way. And 2 for 2. He's the point leader, scoring leader for the Knights tonight with 6 of those 13 on the scoreboard. Jones working it inside, passes out to Wines, back to Jones. The foul against Spence, and the bucket counts. Jones going to get a chance at the free throw line after the first team foul and first personal against Aiden Spence. Up and no good. It hit the front of the rim and then rolled off the back. Halfway gone in this first quarter. Here's Summers. No. And Thomas comes away with it up to Rainey. It doesn't get it to go, but there is a foul, and he'll head to the free throw line. Going to go against Thompson. That's team foul number 2, his first personal. Here's Rainey. Gets the first. And Pure on the second. Cabell Midland led by as many as 9 here early. That lead down to 5 as Phillips takes it across the timeline. Spence for 3. Yep. He wears 2 of them on the back of his jersey, and he sinks one there. Woodrow now inside to Jones. No good, too strong. Thompson comes away with the rebound. Aiden Ray now quickly up the floor. Thought about the mid-range. Instead is going to dish it back to Thompson. Now Spence for another 3. This one too strong. That ball going to go out of bounds, and it'll be off of Phillips. He was right there with Lucas Rainey, but it went off the Knights last. Here's Woodrow looking to set up a play and had Preston Clary on the inside. He just couldn't handle the pass from A.J. Thomas. Wasted opportunity there. Cabell Midland now doubling up. 16-8, under 2.5 to play here in the opening frame. Here's Summers working the ball. Ray trying to find some space on the inside. 3-pointer from Phillips. You bet. Well, if the Knights get hot from 3, look out. That's been how they've run away with some games this year. There is going to be a foul against Sam Phillips. His first, team's third. Both teams with 3 fouls each now. Not a shooting foul, though, so it'll be Thomas with the inbound. Wines got stuck in the corner. Phillips knocks it away. The Eagles keep possession. Here's Thomas. Off to Clary. 3-pointer from Rainey, no good. And Woodrow's going to keep the ball there, knocked out by Phillips. Sub coming in is Evan Hughes, as Thompson will get a rest for the Knights. Ball into Jones, into some traffic, dishes out, 3-ball from Clary, got it. Woodrow's first triple of the contest, and that cuts it to 8. After they trail by as many as 11. Step back 3, Summers, no good, rims out. And Hughes is going to be called for a foul. Trying to go for the offensive rebound. Just checks in and tagged with a foul there. Minute 25 left, 19-11 the score. And Brody Harris is going to check in for Cabell Midland now, as Phillips will get a rest. It has that 1 foul. It has 3 points tonight. Here comes A.J. Thomas, another whistle, and it's going to be an illegal screen. That'll go against J.W. Wines, his first and the team's 4th. One of the few games going on in the state tonight. A lot of the boys' basketball wrapped up over the weekend, but here we are on a Tuesday getting a treat. Ball inside to Hughes. He high points it. Now we're trying to work around 3 Woodrow defenders, and he's fouled. That goes against A.J. Thomas. It's going to be his second personal and the team's 5th. Thomas, the only person with multiple fouls for either side right now, and that will send Evan Hughes to the free throw line for a pair. Exactly a minute left here in the opening quarter of play. Hughes up and no good, rims out. Levi Reed checks in for Cabell Midland. The second free throw on the way, and he got this one. He splits from the line, lead back to 9, and some havoc on the inbounds pass, but Woodrow collects it. Here's Rainey. Drawn contact. Woodrow keeps possession. Here's Thomas with the inbound. 3-pointer from Rainey. No good, rims out. That was about halfway down. Now under a minute to play. Here's Cabell Midland with a chance to add to a 9-point lead. Led by as many as 11. Woodrow not going away quietly, though. Ball back to Reed. 20 seconds on the clock. Reed almost loses it. Gets back on top of it, and Cabell Midland's going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout. 16.4 on the clock. We'll keep it here. What a game so far. And no real standouts on either side. If you were with us last night, we had a couple standouts on either side of the court. As for Chapmanville, it was Keaton Terry that tore it up with 29 points. Tavion Wilson, Pearson Dejinka led the Highlanders. fell short against Chapmanville last night in their regular season finale. Highly competitive game, just like this one is looking to be. 16.4 on the clock. Cabell Midland by 9, and this possession has already run about 20 seconds off the clock. We'll see if they hold for the final shot. Here's Hughes. Hughes to Reed. To Spence, under 10, three-pointer, no good. Hughes almost came down with the rebound. And it's knocked away by Preston Clary, and it'll be out on him. Now 3.8 on the clock. Midland will almost certainly hold for the final shot if they can get one off. Here's Spence, long three, no good, left it short. Reed comes down with the rebound. That's not going to be up in time. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Cabell Midland leading 20-11 here on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Welcome back to Cabell Midland. The Knights jump on top of the Eagles 20-11 in that first quarter. And the scoring has really come from all up and down the roster for both sides. Aiden Spence, Eli Thompson, Marshall Summers are the leading culprits for Cabell Midland. Summers has a team high and game high 6. 4 different Flying Eagles on the board. It's Gage Burdett, Lucas Rainey, Isaiah Jones with 4 to lead the team, and Preston Clary hit a triple. Here's Jones with that rebound there, but trying to get the pass back out to Wines, and it's going to be poked away by the Knights. Coming the other way, player control foul. Going to go against Brody Harris. Thomas off to Clary. Drives in, out to Wines. Now to the wing for Rainey. Trying to work the ball inside and can't do it. They're trying to get that ball into Isaiah Jones. He's got a height advantage over just about everybody on the floor right now. Evan Hughes the closest to him. They're matched up underneath the basket on your screen. Here's Aiden Spence working his way to the wings. Now back across the court, Brody Harris. Harris to Summers. Summers against the defensive Wines. Shakes him and rolls it in. Their leading scorer, 8 points tonight. Back to 11 points is the lead. Kingston Clark, one of the starters, checking back in for Woodrow. There's Thomas. There's Clark right there. Now back to Thomas. Jumper just inside the line. No good. And a putback attempt from Clark. Had a couple looks at it. Can't get either one of them to fall. And now Midland races the other way. Shot up late. No good from Brody Harris. An early double-digit deficit. Floater from the free throw line. No. Jones can't get to the rebound. Hughes comes away with it. And now here are the Knights. Three-pointer. Summers. No good. Rims out. Hughes with the offensive board. Goes back up and is fouled. A foul goes against A.J. Thomas, and that is already 3 here in the first 10 minutes of play against Thomas. That'll probably prompt him a seat on the bench. As Hughes goes back to the free throw line. Split on his first trip to the stripe. Knocks the first one down there. Here's another attempt, and he's good. He's hit his last 3. And the lead has grown to 13. Reset the floor for you here for Cabell Midland. Eli Thompson, Aiden Spence, Aiden Ray, Samuel Phillips, and Marshall Summers. That's the starting 5. For Woodrow Wilson, it's Preston Clark. He's got the ball now, poked away. Here is Robinson from the corner, and he gets the triple. Isaiah Jones, Jaden Robinson out there for Woodrow Wilson, along with Preston Clark and Gage Burdett. Here's Robinson, nowhere to go with it, keeps that pivot foot down, back out to Burdett. Three-pointer from Clary, no good. Ray comes away with the board. Physical play underneath the hoop, and Marshall Summers. Have a night, he's already got 10. 4 made field goals, sunk a couple of free throws. He's 2 of 3 from the stripe, and it's a 26-14 advantage. Spence takes the ball away. Can't quite handle it, and he poked it right away from Jaden Robinson. And Midland will retain possession. Eli Thompson out to Ray, to Phillips, back to Ray. Working the ball on the inside. Thompson had a contested look at it, and he pokes it away. Isaiah Jones calling for the ball. He was wide open if they could have gotten it to him, but no such luck. Here's Robinson, no good, wide left. Thompson fighting for the rebound. Instead, it's grabbed by A.J. Thomas, and he sinks the triple. Back to single digits. Long three-pointer from the Knights. No good. Rebound by Clary. Preston Clary has some room to work with. Stops. Three-pointer. Thomas. Good. Excuse me, that was Robinson. Aiden Spence with the answer on the other end. He stepped on the line on the inbound there. And that'll be another turnover. Just when things get rolling for Woodrow. Here's Robinson, had the triple on the last way down, and he finds some room inside the lane. and gets that one to fall. He's got 8 points in this quarter. Back to a 6-point lead. They've cut the deficit in half, have the Flying Eagles. Phillips trying to do something about that. No good, too strong on the triple. Here comes Thomas playing with 3 fouls. To Clary. Contact underneath the basket. Foul's going to go against Spence, and that will send Preston Clary to the free throw line. So he'll have a pair of free throw opportunities. First one knocks it through. Hit about every part of the rim, but it still counts. Lead down to 5. Was as high as 13. Now back to a 2-possession game, and he sinks the free throw. It's a 4-point deficit now for Woodrow Wilson. Cabell Midland trying to get back into a rhythm offensively. They've settled for a couple long threes. Here's a three-pointer from Summers. No good. It hits every part of the rim, and Spence comes down with the board and gets the putback. Much-needed bucket for the Knights there. Spence, takeaway, breakaway, laid it in. And those are the kind of mistakes that Woodrow Wilson was making early, and that's what allowed Cabell Midland to jump out to a double-digit lead. They've crawled back in it now, but here's a three from Robinson, no good. Woodrow comes away with the offensive board. Contested at the rim, J.W. Wines. He gets his first points of the night. Hughes to the rim, got it. Got just enough power behind it and gets his first field goal of the game. Beckley on the other end, shot up, no good. Had 2 chances at it for Preston Clary. Can't get either one, but he'll go to the free throw line. We'll take another look at that one. That last bucket from Summers. Takes the pass, makes a move, muscles through some contact, sits it on the back part of that rim, and just gets it to roll in. As Preston Clary knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Here he is again, no good. That one rolls out. His first miss from the stripe tonight. He has 6 points. Here's the Knights offense, another look at him. Summers working against Thomas, some contact, and that's going to go against Marshall Summers. An offensive foul there, good job by A.J. Thomas. Playing with 3 fouls, and if that was his 4th, Woodrow would have been in quite a bind. Instead, he survives the contact, goes against the Knights, and with a minute to play in the half, it is a 7-point game. Robinson thought about it, going to get fouled as Summers went airborne. Never leave your feet, kids. Nothing good ever happens. Team foul number 5, and so that will be free throws. Jaden Robinson, his first trip to the stripe tonight. Good on the first. The Flying Eagles had cut the lead, or cut the deficit to as few as 4 after trailing by as many as 13. Here's another free throw from Robinson, and he's pure. Under a minute to play, a 5-point game. This game zooming by. .6 ticks on the clock, and that's going to be a turnover for Cabell Midland. Ray just I think he just lost his balance. Been there, buddy. Here's Gage Burdett to Robinson. Long three, no good. Too strong on it. Jones trying to race down and grab the board and keep it alive for Woodrow, but no such luck. Under 30 to play now. Good crowd here for the home Knights in the regular season finale. You know, in all my years, all four at Cabell Midland, I never went to a basketball game. But here I am now, 12 years later. Better late than never, right? 5-point lead, 10 seconds to play in half number one. Here's Phillips, going to try and hold for the final shot. Driving to the rim, knocked away by the Eagles. But it will stay in the Knights' possession. Jones picks up his second personal. A 5-point lead here. Cabell Midland looking to add to it. Phillips from three. You bet. Something about Samuel Phillips and that buzzer. He is feeling it, and that gives the Knights an 8-point advantage at the half. 37-29. Cabell Midland leads Woodrow Wilson. We'll break down that first half when we come back on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
K&B Pest Control, Barbersville Convention and Visitors Bureau, Partners Insurance, Putnam County Bank, Wendy's, and the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group are proud supporters of Cabell Midland Athletics.
Become a member of LIUNA and train to become a union construction worker.
I was greener than green coming into this. The trainers were amazing, and I told them, I don't know what I'm doing. And they were just super great about taking it slow and making sure I understood everything and got the book work before we did the hands-on so I could do the hands-on safely. It's going great. I got to get paid to do something that I enjoyed doing. I got to work with my hands and learn all kinds of new things. If you can be in a union, be in a union. They're going to take care of you. They're going to get you where you need to be.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Cabell County Schools has a zero-tolerance policy for bullying, harassment, and intimidation. We're excited to provide a Stop It mobile app for our students. Stop It has two powerful features. Students may report incidents or talk directly to school officials. Cabell County students have the power to end harmful and inappropriate online or physical bullying. You can download the app from Apple or Google Play. Together, we can create a safer, kinder school community.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
Welcome back to Cabell Midland. As we get set to break down the first half, let's look at how it ended. Samuel Phillips, Mr. Buzzer, gets another one to go. As we get a look at the replay here, nice inbounds play, clean and swish. He's no stranger to those. He had one about a week ago now. Lifted Cabell Midland over Spring Valley. There's too many teams in this region. Too many teams in this area. But 37-28 the score now. We gave you 37-29 before the break, but the officials did go back and change one of those three-pointers. I believe it was from A.J. Thomas, his only field goal of the game. It was ruled a three at the time, now changed to a two-pointer. So that brings our score to 37-28, if you're wondering where that point went. That's where. The 37-28, the score so far, dead even there in that second quarter. It remains a 9-point advantage for Cabell Midland, who got production from across the board to jump out to an early lead. It was 6 points from Marshall Summers and 4 each from Eli Thompson and Aiden Spence in the first quarter to give them a little bit of a boost. Summers continued that with 2 buckets in the second, and Aiden Spence had 6 points. Phillips' three-pointer there at the end of the quarter was just his second field goal of the game. He also hit another three earlier on in the first. For Woodrow Wilson, Gage Burdett, 2 points. Lucas Rainey, 2 points, both from the free throw line. J.W. Wines and A.J. Thomas with a bucket apiece, 2 points. Preston Clary has 6, hit a triple, and is 3 for 4 from the stripe. Jaden Robinson has 10 for the Flying Eagles, the visitors tonight. And then Isaiah Jones, the big man underneath the basket, has 4. That takes us to 37-28. Cabell Midland, the first team out of the locker room in what is the regular season finale for both sides. We'll go ahead and step aside for another break here, and when we come back, it's Cabell Midland and Woodrow Wilson here on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Under a minute to play. Let's restart. Under a minute to go before we get the second half underway. It has been a long stretch of days. I don't recommend moving and then calling 2 games in the span of 4 days, but here we are, and I wouldn't be anywhere else. 37-28 the score. Woodrow loses a point while they were in the locker room after a 3 was ruled a 2. Both of these teams in the regular season finale, and both teams also in the Class 4A South region together. So we'll break down that region for you. That region tournament gets started on Friday. A couple play-in games, and Woodrow's going to be in one of them. The 7 seed, they'll host Oak Hill for a chance to play Park South. Huntington and Cabell Midland face off Wednesday. That's next Wednesday, not tomorrow. Winner of that game will go to the state tournament. So a short journey to Charleston for either Cabell Midland or Huntington, and we get a turnover there from the Knights to start this second half. How about a cross-county rivalry for a spot in the state tournament field? Woodrow has a little more work to do. They'd have to win 2 games. They'd have to beat Oak Hill first. Here's a 3 from Robinson, left well short. They'd have to knock off Oak Hill and Park South in back-to-back games in order to get there. Here's Robinson again. This time he gets it. First bucket of the half for either side. And it pulls the Flying Eagles back within 7. Here's Summers. He had 10 points in the first half. Now off to Phillips. Can't get the friendly roll. Wines comes down with the rebound. And foul's going to go against Eli Thompson. That's his second. George Washington, the overall top seed in 4A South. They'll get the winner of Buchanan, Upshur, and Parkersburg. And the winner of that one will go on to the state tournament. Moved away from sectional play a couple years ago. This regional tournament field is stacked as Preston Clary comes away with a bucket, and you blink, and then it's a 5-point game. 37-32, 6:37 on the clock. We'll keep it here during this timeout. Should be short. And we'll continue looking at that regional bracket. The seedings are as follows. George Washington, Parkersburg South, Riverside, Huntington. The top 4. Each of those teams must win only 1 game to get to the state tournament. Cabell Midland and Hurricane in that classification as well. So the winner of Huntington and Cabell Midland will go to the state tournament, as will the winner of Riverside and Hurricane. George Washington and Park South get the bye, and they'll await their opponents who play on Friday. Lead down to 5 after 2 quick field goals here in the third quarter. Cabell Midland yet to find the bottom of the net, and foul against J.W. Wines. The applause there would lead you to believe that he thought that was against Phillips. That was not the case. Instead, it goes against him, and it's his second. Here's Aiden Spence. Out to Summers, three-pointer, no good, too strong. Thompson comes away with the rebound, gets the shot back up, and no good, but he's fouled. That'll go against Isaiah Jones. That's his third. As Thompson, no good on the first of 2. Trying to protect a 5-point lead. Missed them both. Wines, who committed the foul, comes away with the board. Three-pointer from Clary, no good, rims out. Thompson comes away, snares the rebound. Here's Aiden Ray, dishes out, long 3 from Spence, no. Ball tipped out, they say, by Phillips. So that'll come the other way. We're 2.5 minutes into this quarter. Cabell Midland still has not recorded a point. It's a 5-point deficit for the Flying Eagles. 3 from Robinson. 2. Yes, confirmed to 2. Everybody second-guessed that one. That does cut the lead to 3. Cabell Midland, no points since that buzzer beater from Phillips to end the half. Here's Phillips again from long range. Nope. Aiden Spence can't come down with the board. A.J. Thomas to Clary. Back out to Robinson for 3, no good. Rebound by Thomas. And he gets the putback, and Woodrow's within a point. 8-0 run to start this half. Cabell Midland, 3.5 without a bucket. Turnaround jumper for Summers, no good. Lots of contact underneath the rim as Thomas and Ray were going for the rebound. And Jones picks up his 4th. Marshall Summers at the line. He'll get those after a timeout. And it took that timeout exclusively to talk to the officials. The assistants handling things in the huddle. Woomer talks to his team. There, as we take a look at the Woodrow huddle there. 4:28. They've opened this second half on an 8-0 run. No clean looks for Cabell Midland thus far in this quarter. Eli Thompson had the 2 chances from the free throw line. He missed them both. Summers will have his chance out of the timeout. The officiating crew signaling for the teams to come back on the floor. Summers. Dribbles up and got it. First points of the half for the Knights. He sinks them both. He is 4 for 5 from the line tonight after missing his first chance at the charity stripe. Ball out on Cabell Midland there. Kicked ball. Preston Clary was trying to get the ball in there. Cabell Midland 6 of 8 from the stripe in that first half. And here we get a chance to see what Woodrow Wilson can come up with. Halfway through the third quarter. Here's Wines to the rack. No. Rebound by Phillips. Some defensive pressure by Wines there, but he backs off. 3:49 to play in this frame. Phillips to the rack. No. Blocked by Clary. Quickly up the floor. There goes A.J. Thomas. Count the basket. And he's got a chance to tie it up at the line. We get another look at that one here. They get the defensive stop. Quickly up the floor. And he ties it up at the free throw line after that and one opportunity. Just 2 points for Cabell Midland here in this quarter. Both of them have come from the free throw line, needing anything offensively. This end has not been kind. Summers almost lost it. Phillips with the three. No. Spence skies for the board. Can't quite handle it. J.W. Wines was there too. Cabell Midland retains possession after Wines picks up his third foul. There's another three-pointer. Hughes skies over 4 defenders for the rebound. Cabell Midland gets another chance here. Under 3 to play in the third. Here's Summers. Ball knocked away. If that's on Thomas, that's number 5. It's 4th. He checks out of the game either way. Gage Burdett in for him. Summers to inbound for Cabell Midland. Still in search of that first shot from the floor. Here's Hughes. Can he get it? Yep. Banks it in, and a streak of 5.5 minutes without a shot from the floor over. Now for the Knights, there's another whistle. And I believe they're going to call a technical. So Preston Clary picks up the tech. I didn't see what happened there. But Marshall Summers Converts on the free throw attempts. After this game had been tied at 39. That free throw from Summers sets the lead back at 4. So he's 4 for 4 from the stripe in this quarter. Evan Hughes has another bucket to put Cabell Midland back in front after the technical, and they'll get the ball as well. Costly mistake for Preston Clary, who takes a seat on the bench after that. Summers knocked away, and it's taken away by Kingston Clark. Here comes Jaden Robinson. Knocked away. Burdett collects it, keeps that pivot foot down, but Aiden Spence wins the war. Long pass to Aiden Ray, immediately double teamed. Here's Brody Harris. Foul is called against Lucas Rainey, his first, team's 5th, and so we have free throws. This from Brody Harris, looking to get in the scoring column tonight. First one up and good. Minute 43 to go here in quarter number 3. Second, up and good. So that's 6 straight points for the Knights after Woodrow Wilson tied it up at 39. Gage Burdett picks up his dribble. Off to Lucas Rainey, and I don't know how he got that shot to go, but he finds some space and makes it happen. We'll take another look at that when we get a chance. Right now it's Summers. Back to a 4-point game. Summers creates some space, mid-range no good, and foul's going to be called on the Knights. Hughes, as we get another look at that bucket there. Good defense by Aiden Ray. Just one heck of a shot from Lucas Rainey for his first field goal of the night. That foul on Hughes was his 3rd. Team's 3rd. Aiden Spence almost knocked away. Here's Robinson trying to create some space. Off to Wines. Lucas Rainey controlling the ball at the top of the key, and it's knocked away. Spence all by himself, steal and the layup. And heavy contact near midcourt there, but Spence powers through it. Here's Gage Burdett on the other end, gets the friendly roll. .15 seconds to play. Cabell Midland leads by 4, and it is going to stay with the Knights after a little bit of a mishandle there. Go ahead and take a look at that last bucket. When we get a chance, Steele fights through the contact, and easy lay-in on the other end. A big play that Cabell Midland needed. Here is Aiden Spence again. Boy, the Knights love that buzzer. Fading away. We'll get another look at it here as we end the 3rd quarter. Time winding down. Step back 3. Drains it. 50-43. The Knights lead back out to 7. We enter the final quarter of play when we come back on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
This Denver, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Back here at Cabell Midland, and boy, that was a tale of two sides of a quarter. Woodrow Wilson opens it on an 8-0 run, eventually ties it up on an and-one opportunity from A.J. Thomas. Cabell Midland then goes on a 6-0 run, finally hits their first field goal with 2.5 minutes to play in the quarter, and then it was on. 50-43 after the buzzer beater from Spence, which was only the third shot that Cabell Midland made from the floor in that frame. They survive a big push from Woodrow. Preston Clary will shoot free throws here. He had a costly tech. Still couldn't see from our broadcast perspective what that tech was for as he knocks down the free throw, but that turn of events there, costly as Cabell Midland got hot on the back half of that quarter. Here's the second one, up and good from Clary. That cuts the lead back to 5. Levi Reed driven the ball up the floor to Aiden Ray, fighting through contact, and he's going to draw the foul. The first team foul that goes against Gage Burdett. Spence, 3, guaranteed. Well, they didn't have to wait as long for a bucket here in this frame. Lead back to 8. Burdett on the drive is fouled. Sam Phillips picks up his second foul. Team's second foul as well. Gage Burdett will go to the line for the first time tonight. Good on the first. Started this game a little over an hour ago, and here we are with 7 minutes to play. Gage Burdett knocks down both free throws. Their lead at 6. Still anybody's game. Spence does a good job to keep his feet inbounds there. Dishes off to Summers. Fights his way into the lane. There's Burdett again. Picks up his dribble. Fighting to the paint is Clary. Can't get the shot off. Lead is 8. Cabell Midland once more. Here's Summers. Turnaround jumper. Got it. He has been the difference maker tonight, and the lead back to double digits that quickly. No good from Woodrow Wilson. Spence, three-pointer. Holy moly, don't let him get hot. Mama, there goes that man. He's got 2 triples here in the quarter. That lead now stretched back to a game-high 13, and that forces Woodrow Wilson into a timeout. We'll take it with him. 6:09 left, and Cabell Midland has caught fire here at the Castle. We catch the finish when we return on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Enjoy all the big games with a delicious and fresh party tray from your local food fair. Score big with a meat and cheese or veggie tray. Get a first down with a chicken salad croissant tray. Or bring home the win with a variety of wing trays. Food fair, conveniently fresh.
What a finish we have lined up for you here. 60-47, Cabell Midland has found some life after going cold early in the third quarter, allowing Woodrow Wilson to eliminate a 9-point deficit and tie the game back up. It has been all night since then. A 21-8 scoring run. And with 5.5 to play, the lead matches a game high of 13. Couple three-pointers from Aiden Spence helped build that back out. Here's some nice defense from Spence and Brody Harris. Now Spence again to the rim. Got it. He's got 8 in the quarter. And Cabell Midland has blown this one open. Time to respond for the Flying Eagles. 8-9 on the year. Trying to finish with the 500 record. Here's a long ball from Thomas. Playing with 4 fouls. He gets that to go. And with 5 minutes left, that helps out a little bit. Ray, three-pointer. Yep. Aiden Ray joins the triple party. Lead to 15. Four and a half to go. Foul is going to go against, I believe, Preston Clary. Oh. It's on Aiden's. Nope. Preston Clary. Watch out, cheerleaders. So think about basketball. Got to keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention at all times. That foul does go against Clary there. That's his second. Gage Burdett on the wing. Creating some space. Gets the bank. Here's Spence now coming the other direction, and not sure if that one was tipped or he thought the wall was wearing a jersey. Either way, props to the guy in the blue shirt in front of us for catching that one down. Here's Summers, thought about the three. Woomer, the head coach, wants him to reset. And he keeps fighting towards the rim. That's going to be a foul on Jones. And that is his fifth, so he's out of this one. They'll play the final 3:52 without him. Had 4 points. All of those came in the first quarter. 13-point lead for the Knights halfway through this fourth frame. Inbounds pass goes back near midcourt to Harris. And Cabell Midland going to try and set something up here. Spence stops, pops, no good. Clary comes away with the board. Trying to cut into the lead here. Clary out to Rainey for 3, no. Clary came down with the rebound but lost control. Spence tries the full court pass, turns it over. Just going to stop until somebody gets a bucket. There's J.W. Wines. Ends the Sports Center non-top 10 streak and gets a layup. His first points of the frame, and just second shot made of the night cuts the lead to 11. Still a tall hill to climb for the visiting Flying Eagles. Here's Spence, and comes up hobbling. That is not what you want to see in the final quarter of the final game of the regular season. Foul's going to go against Preston Clary. That's his third. Spence stands up, and he's going to be helped off. Spence has 8 points this quarter. $23 points on the night. Try and get a status on him. Meanwhile, play resumes. 2:40 left. Cabell Midland trying to hold on, has pushed this lead back to double digits after it was tied at 39. Here's Summers. Fights through contact, gets it to go. Can't come back if you can't get stops. Here's Clary. Out to Burdett. Mid-range floater, good. Two minutes left. Woodrow Wilson picks up the pressure. Cabell Midland breaks through it. Summers back to Ray. To Phillips. Playing a little bit of keep away here. J.W. Wines is going to be called for the foul. That's his fourth. They're looking at Ray's ankle, or Aiden Spence's ankle in there. As Marshall Summers cashes in on the free throw. Hope the best for Spence there. You never want to see that heading into the postseason. Never want to see that anytime, but. Summers knocks down a pair from the line. He's hit his last 8 from the stripe. 8 for 9 tonight. Clutch performance there as Preston Clary gets the bucket to go, and he's fouled. Foul goes against Samuel Phillips. That's his third personal. And Clary knocks down the free throw. Back to a 10-point game. Never say never. Minute 40 left. Phillips to Reed, up the court to Marshall. Gives the shoulder. Gets the shot up. Is it going to count? Nobody knows. And the foul goes against Woodrow Wilson. Count the basket. There we go. There's a ruling. Marshall Summers gets the bucket and has a chance to add to it. If they'd have just listened to him, he called it right after the shot. But what player doesn't call their own foul? Let's be honest. Doesn't matter what level, what grade, what age. Marshall Summers does it, LeBron James does it, and Summers knocks down the free throw. Here's Clary to Burdett, three-pointer, no good. Phillips comes away with the board, 90 seconds left. A little bit of keep away here, and Woodrow not sure if they're going to try and foul or just concede here. 13 points is a large margin to overcome in the last minute of gameplay. So here's Phillips, 60 ticks left. Foul from Thomas, and that'll be number 5. He's the second player to foul out, following Isaiah Jones. Thomas, 10 points tonight, spread out evenly across the second, third, and fourth quarters. Now checking in is Dylan Hargrave. Levi Reed checks out, and looks like Brody Mabry has made his way in as well. Summers, good on the free throw. Matches a game-high 15-point lead. All but over here in Ona. Foul goes against Brody Harris. That'll put Lucas Rainey at the free throw line for a pair. Good on the first. Summers and Phillips get a well-deserved round of applause. Brody Stewart checks in. And there is no shortage of Brodies on this Cabell Midland squad. Brody Harris, Brody Mabry, Brody Stewart. They've all seen the floor tonight. Deep in the bench, here's Logan Shaw, and Brody Mabry comes down with it. Brody Stewart. Turnover, 13-point lead, 39.7 to go. And a long drive home to Beckley for the Flying Eagles. Wide left on the three is Rainey. And do we have some JV points in varsity minutes? We shall see. That's what everybody wants right now. Here's a three-pointer from Hargrave. No. J.W. Wines comes away with the board. Cabell Midland trying to get that ball back. 10 to play. Three-pointer from Clary. Knocked it down. Sometimes you're just left speechless. 7.8 on the clock. It's a 10-point game, and Woodrow Wilson calls a timeout. Draws some of the boo birds out from the crowd and prolongs my trip home by about 4 minutes. Glad you have joined us this evening for this contest, the regular season finale for both. Before they enter the Class 4A South Region bracket, Woodrow Wilson plays Friday. They host Oak Hill. Cabell Midland won't play again until Wednesday. They host Huntington for a trip to the state tournament. There we have zeros. That 7.8 seconds was so valuable. 10-point win for Cabell Midland in the regular season finale over Woodrow Wilson. A hard-fought second half, a big final 2.5 minutes of that third quarter to keep Cabell Midland's hopes of winning alive. They win game number 13, finish the regular season 13-9, and Party in the USA plays in the Cabell Midland High School gym, and USA has 3 letters, so does ONA. Party it up, Cabell Midland with a 10-point win. We're back to break things down from this matchup on the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network.
Cabell County Schools has a zero-tolerance policy for bullying, harassment, and intimidation. We're excited to provide the Stop It mobile app for our students. Stop It has 2 powerful features. Students may report incidents or talk directly to school officials. Cabell County students have the power to end harmful and inappropriate online or physical bullying. You can download the app from Apple or Google Play. Together, we can create a safer, kinder school community.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Enjoy all the big games with a delicious and fresh party tray from your local food fair. Score big with a meat and cheese or veggie tray. Get a first down with a chicken salad croissant tray. Or bring home the win with a variety of wing trays. Food fair, conveniently fresh.
Brighten your mornings with Tudor's $5 sunrise specials. Enjoy our Mary B, egg, crispy bacon, and cheese on our buttery biscuit, loaded with more bacon than the rest. Or try the Ron, featuring a bigger, hearty sausage patty topped with egg and cheese on a biscuit so delicious you'll savor every bite. Each combo comes with crispy hash browns and your choice of coffee or iced tea, all for just $5. Warm up winter mornings with this hot deal. Available for a limited time.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Store, fuel your adventure for West Virginia.
How about the performance in the second half from Cabell Midland tonight? After starting the third quarter incredibly slow, watching a 9-point lead dwindle away, Woodrow Wilson tied it up on an and one opportunity from A.J. Thomas late in the third quarter. Then Cabell Midland catches fire and can't miss. Aiden Spence hit a triple near the buzzer of that third quarter to push the lead back to 7, and Cabell Midland never looked back. Aiden Spence, before he left the game with an injury in the final minutes, 23 points on the night. Marshall Summers led the Knights in points, a lot of those coming from the free throw line. He hit his final 11 free throws after missing his first, and finishes with 27 points. Aiden Spence with 23. A slew of other Knights in the scoring column. And Evan Hughes with 7, Sam Phillips with 6. A quiet night for him. 5 points from Aiden Ray, and 4 from Eli Thompson. 2 from Brody Harris. Each of those came from the free throw line in the third quarter. 4 double-digit scorers for Woodrow Wilson. Gage Burdett had 10, as did A.J. Thomas. 14 from Jaden Robinson, and 16 from Preston Clary. Assisting in some of those points on the scoreboard Lucas Rainey with 5. J.W. Wines with 4, as 4 points also came from Isaiah Jones. But not enough to overcome Cabell Midland tonight in the regular season finale. They finished the regular season 13-9 as they will play at Huntington next Wednesday to start regional play. Winner of that game straight into the state tournament. Woodrow Wilson has a little bit of work to do before they can get there, though. They will host the region's 10th seed in Oak Hill on Friday. Should they win that game, they will advance to play Parkersburg South. Winner of that game goes to the state tournament. 4 teams from each region are in, and it should be a fun week of basketball next week to watch if you are a high school sports fan. And something else you love to see, the Cabell Midland team back here in the training room right beside our broadcast location, paying a visit to Aiden Spence, has some ice wrapped around that left ankle. No word on what might be ailing him, and I won't speculate. I am not a doctor by any stretch of the imagination. I just know he left the game. Wish the best for him as Cabell Midland enters the postseason and gets ready for a big cross-county rivalry with the Highlanders. 74-64, your final score. Big thanks to you, the listener, for tuning in tonight. And if you tuned in last night, you give me for a bonus night. I'm not mad about that, and neither should you be. Corey keeping us online, handling some replays, watching some good basketball with me the last couple nights. Big ups to him for doing what he does, and for the entire crew from Video Productions. Can't say enough how much I appreciate what they do. And that will do it for us tonight from Ona. Cabell Midland comes away with a win, ends the regular season on a high note. And watch out, the South region of 4A. The Knights just might have something to say. For everybody here at Video Productions and Kindred Communications, this is the Kindred Digital High School Sports Network. We will see you next time.